you want to level up in your life and live and lead from a life of excellence, then you have got to stop sprinting away from what you don't want and start strutting towards what you do want. Allow me to dive into this deeper. Inside you, inside me, is latent genius. It lives within your DNA. Now, there are many words for this: your higher self, God, goddess, divine intelligence, your consciousness. It does not matter what you call it. It matters that it's in you and it's in me. And you are here to live a life aligned with your unique blend of genius. And this genius has always been talking to you, whispering to you, sending sensations through your body. The big question is, have you been listening to it, or have you been feeding your inner critic, that voice that berates you, that tells you that you're not enough, that there's something wrong with you, that you're broken and you need to fix yourself? The thing is, everything I've just talked about, you thinking that you're broken, there's something wrong with you, you're unlovable, you're unworthy. This is the conditioning that you've picked up as you've traversed this life. And also, we need to pay homage to the generational lineage of men and women that before us, because we drag all of this within our DNA. Yet, the buck stops with you. You get to do things differently, because when you act, when you want to change your life, level up, live a life of excellence from the place that there's something wrong with you, from the place that you're not worthy, from the place that you're not enough, you're running away from parts of yourself that actually need your tender, loving care. And yes, you will create, you will build something when you come from a place, when you sprint from a place of not good enough. Yet, everything you create coming from this angle is infiltrated with your self-doubt. You are building things because you believe you're not good enough, there's something wrong with you. And I talk from experience, because for the majority of my life, until I hit my 40s, I created my life over and over again from the place that there was something wrong with me. I did not like myself. And everything I built, I sabotaged, I tore down, because that's what happens when we build things, when we're sprinting away from the things that we believe are wrong with us. Now, let me talk about what you need to do to make sure your level up is sustainable and becomes you. One, you need to recognize all of this. Nothing's going to change until you're willing to see yourself and hear yourself at a deeper level. This is why successful, high-flying women in their 50s hire me as their private therapist and coach. And then you need to move towards, you need to strut towards the woman you want to become. Now, the way that you do this is you start focusing on what you want. Stop focusing on what you don't want. If you focus on what you don't want, you're just going to get more of it. So focus on what you want and practice patience with this. Give yourself time to do this. Start to write it out in your morning journaling practice. Really get descriptive with the life that you want to live. Where are you living? What's the temperature like? What are the views like? What are you wearing? What's your bedroom like? What food are you eating? What do you smell like? What do you touch? Can you see that you really want to get super descriptive? Because the more descriptive you are, the more you're starting to feed your brain and your subconscious, and your subconscious is literally your loyal servant and will find everything that you feed it. Now, once you've done this, you want to think about who do you need to become to make that happen. So let's look at the traits of women that are living excellent lives. It all starts with your self-identity, how you see yourself. You must be willing to see yourself through a different lens. The way that I did this, and I keep doing this, is I look around me and I look at older women who are living full lives that are highly successful. My way of looking at success is probably going to be different than your way of looking at success. So women that inspire me: Lisa Vanderpump, Erica Jane, Elizabeth Taylor, Demi Moore, Joan Collins, Jackie Collins, Vivienne Westwood. So when I start looking at these women, I'm like, what are their traits? What is it about them? And I know that all of them have a powerful self-identity. So these women, when I cross-reference all their personality traits, from my perception, of course, they are driven, they have a goal, they're hardworking, they are stylish, they are clever, they are surrounded by their trusted advisors, they believe in themselves. Belief comes through action, confidence comes through action. They're determined. So then I start thinking, well, how do they get there? And I know everything comes from me changing my self-identity and then upgrading my mindset, the way I talk to myself, the thoughts that go on in my head. I know I'm not my thoughts. I am the observer of my thoughts. So this now becomes a top requirement for you if you want to live a life of excellence. You need to learn how your mind works. And then what I do consciously day in, day out is I shift what is going on inside my mind and how I talk to myself. I focus on who I am becoming. I focus on where I'm going. I consistently, playfully negotiate with these parts of me that say, we can't do this. This is not for us. We're not enough. I have learned the skill of soothing these parts of me. I don't dismiss them. I don't deny them. I do not ignore them. They're allowed a seat at my table. And my job is to take good care of them. This is what the inner work looks like. And inner work needs to happen every single moment of every single day, because I guarantee you, if you're up leveling and you fall asleep at the wheel of yourself and your life, you are going to resort back to patterns and habits that do not serve you. So as you strut through this life, it is of the highest importance that you strut towards what you want and stop sprinting away from what you don't want. Seeking elite guidance and support as you strut this journey, hire me as your private therapist and coach. Everything you need is in my profile.